Okay, Caitlyn. Now I just want to ask you a few questions. I was researching the Fred Rogers Scholar Program, and I really never heard about it until somebody told me about it, and I have to say it is a really cool program that you're doing. Do you think you can maybe explain to us what exactly is the Fred Rogers Scholar Program, and how were you able to get involved in it?
So it's open to all incoming St. Vincent students. You apply to it during your senior year of high school, and you have to write an essay, and it has to do with the fact that there's a Fred Rogers Center on campus. And so if you're selected, I think 5 people a year get selected. You get to be a part of spreading Fred's message, and with that we do a lot of things like different projects. So you start out your freshman year, you pretty much just learn about Fred so that you have a basis to go off of, but then by your senior year you're doing projects I think the seniors this year are doing an anti-bullying campaign and things like that. So it's really just about spreading his message, and we get to do a lot of cool things with that. We got to go to his book release. They just released a
biography. I know what book you're talking about.
Yeah, and we got to go into lecture about that and things too.
Oh well, that is really fascinating. Knowing that there's other students like yourself that are spreading Mr. Rogers' message. I really appreciate that. Okay, so I also heard that one of the benefits of the program is you get to see Mr. Rogers' archives at St. Vincent. How's that experience been?
It's really cool. It's actually as a St. Vincent student, whether you're in the program or not, you can use it. I know in a lot of the education courses or children's literature and things, they get assigned projects where they have to dig into Fred Rogers' past for their project. And so as a student, you're allowed access to the archive where you can do a lot of research. They have a ton of facts and articles and things about him that they saved, as well as props from his set. So I just got to see it for the first time on Monday, and they have the castle and all that stuff down there, which is really cool.
Yeah, so it's not open just for kids in the scholar program. Anybody in St. Vincent can use it, correct?
Yeah.
Oh well, that is a really fascinating. I didn't know.
So we're gonna obviously like I talked about with the different things we have to do as we get further into the program. We use it for our own research, but you can also use it just as a student there.
Oh really? Oh well, that's really cool. Okay, so Caitlyn, so what we are trying to do here at Live Like Fred is to basically just honor the legacy of Mr. Roger, sharing his philosophies of kindness and love in the everyday world with amazing people like yourself. Do you think a program like this is a great way to honor Mr. Rogers' legacy?
For sure, and I like the way that it's where we start out is just learning about him, because his message of kindness and love and just reaching out to the community and working with kids and all these things, that's so important to know as a basis, because it gives you an idea of what kind of attitude you want going into these things. And so it's really cool that we get to learn just the history of who he was and what he did, and then we get to kind of use that to start spreading our own message, and not just with the things we do with the scholar program, but just going into the world and going into our careers and keeping his message in mind.
And keeping his message, and also to somebody like yourself, obviously you're studying middle school education, so is this a message that you can hopefully share down with your students, hopefully?
Of course, yeah. That was a big reason why I wanted to be a part of this program, was so that I could learn how to better be like him when I was in my classroom.
Oh wow, that's really inspirational. That's really cool. So, is this just something for a freshman, or are you a member for all 4 years? So, how does that exactly work?
Yeah, so you're a member for all 4 years. It's only freshmen who get inducted, but then once you're inducted, you get to be a part of it for all 4 years. And what's really cool is we have each grade, there's a group of 4 or less that work together, and they do the different projects and things, and we meet together as a group of just freshmen or just sophomores. But what's really cool is, in addition to that, we get to do stuff as a whole group, so it's really nice because you get to meet the upperclassmen and stuff, and it's just filled with a lot of great people.
Oh really? Oh well, that's really fascinating. Okay, Caitlin, so a question we always ask our inspiring neighbors is what makes a snappy new day for them? It's just meaning, what just makes a happy, feel-good day for them in their everyday life? So, Caitlin, what does make a snappy new day for you?
I don't know. I don't think it's a particular person or place. I think it's just like a lot of laughter and a lot of smiling, not just for me, but the people I'm around, because it makes me happy to see other people happy too. So just that, joy all throughout the room. It's just a really good feeling.
Really good feeling, huh? It's always just such a good feeling to know that you have a great friends and great family around you.
Of course, yeah.
Really? Well, I feel the same. So thank you for sharing that. Yep. Well, folks, that's all the time that we have today. I'm here with Caitlyn Chirdon, and Caitlyn, thank you so much for sharing your time with this. It just really makes me happy to know that there are programs like this at St. Vincent, and also it's very fitting, obviously, because Mr. Rogers grew up in Latrobe, so it's just very inspirational what you're doing, and I hope you and your fellow scholars can keep up the good work as well.
Thanks.
No,
I hope you keep up your good work as
thank
well.
you so much, Caitlin. Yeah, well, that's all the time that we have for Live Like Fred. As always, you can always check out our videos on YouTube, our Facebook page, our Twitter page, and our Instagram page. So for Live Like Fred, I'm Colton Tobias, and I'll see you next time.